Hey, welcome back everybody. Today I wanted to talk about how I quit dancing. Right now we're in Montpellier. We just finished 9 performances at the Quorum. This is our theater right here behind me. And the sun is setting, the sun is rising right now. It's kind of early. Right outside our theater. It's actually really nice. And there's this nice park down here too. Trees have not grown in yet, the leaves. It's still quite cold sometimes. I couldn't really sleep, so I decided to come out, take a walk, morning brisk air, and tell you how I pretty much quit dancing when I was around 25 years old. Now, you're probably wondering what I meant by I quit dancing. That's because right now, my main role with Shen Yun is as an instructor. I've been dancing ever since I was 13. This year, I'm turning 32. When I was around, I would say my mid-20s, I gave up on dance because you see so many young people who are very, very talented. They're much more flexible than you. They're taller than you. They jump higher. You lose a lot of confidence. This is really a young person's game, As a dancer, I would say you peak in your 20s. With Shen Yun, I'm really grateful because I got the opportunity to tour the world and see all of these sites on practicum when I was in college. That was a really good opportunity, but in your 20s, especially in your late 20s, you really start to feel like dancing is really difficult. Something that is very, very demanding physically, right? That's why I transitioned into dance teaching. I wanted to share my experience that I gained throughout the years with my students, but it's also kind of sad because you can't really be in the spotlight on stage anymore. So mentally, in my mid-20s, I would definitely say that I gave up. I didn't have the will to improve in terms of dance for myself anymore. It's more for my students and for the people around me. Another reason why I also kind of wanted to give up is because I had a lot of insecurities. The two biggest insecurities that I had was, one is my height. As a dancer, if you're tall, it's definitely an advantage if your limbs are longer. And another one is my flexibility was never that great. I've always had a lot of trouble with trying to get flexible because it's really, really painful. I always tried and it was really, really difficult. I couldn't endure the pain. My limit was already there. That's what I felt like. I was pretty coordinated and I can flip. My jumps and hops were decent, but it was just flexibility and height. For the past few years, I've still been with Shen Yun. It's as an instructor. I still get to go on stage for a few pieces, but it's nowhere as intensive as what I used to do before when I was a principal dancer. I'm happy to still be with the company and I have this different role. Recently, the roles that I have on stage is more just some different characters. So nothing quite as intense where I have to flip and do a lot of leaps, turns. So you can imagine before the performance, I don't really need to warm up my body quite as much as the other dancers where they're jumping, tumbling, and flipping. I just have to kind of basically get into character. It's definitely not as physically demanding. Something kind of changed 2 days ago when I was at this theater right here. During warm-up, I felt pretty good, so I wanted to do an aerial. One of the most basic flips that you can do. It's just an aerial, a cartwheel without hands. And I wanted to see, could I go over? Because I haven't done it in so long. I decided to just try one. I went over, it was actually pretty good. So I was like, okay, I can still do aerial. Why don't I try to do a circle of aerials? Because I used to be able to do that and I was pretty good at it. So I was like, okay, let's try a circle, let's go for it. I did it and it was pretty good. A lot of my students were also cheering for me, which is pretty awesome. The sun is coming up a bit more now. I realized that it was basically just my mindset holding me back. And I was doing a few jumps, a few other classical Chinese dance techniques that I used to practice a lot. And I was like, okay, I still got it. There's a lot of stuff that I can still do. In our company right now, there's also another male dancer who is in his 40s. He's still going strong. He does a lot on stage, very physically demanding stuff. He's able to push himself and keep going. As a dancer, when you get to your 40s, your body is gonna be sore. Physically, it's gonna be really, really demanding. It's really up to yourself to condition your body and be responsible for yourself if you want to be a professional dancer. Right now, I kind of have the inspiration to just keep going. Even though I'm not going to be dancing on stage as much as the younger dancers, but I can still try to improve, try to get better. Something that I noticed, which was really awesome, was I was having so much fun just dancing and doing these, technical movements with my students, my friends. Something that I haven't felt in a very long time. I don't know, maybe a sense of confidence and gratefulness to be here, to be on stage, still with everybody, still doing what I love for so long. It was just a pretty amazing feeling and I really wanted to share that with you guys. Okay, so as I'm walking and talking, I wandered to the Place de la Comédie. There's this train station here with a nice historic opera house in the back. It's actually really beautiful. There's a lot of cafes on the side here and restaurants, and you can just sit here. There's a lot of street performers here as well. We've been here quite a lot during our week here in Montpellier. I've really enjoyed it. Back to the story, now that I'm an instructor, I actually appreciate a lot more the teachers who taught me, because when I was starting to dance, I was like a little meatball I was so round and plump. I can't imagine teaching someone like that. My teachers, they did a really amazing job. I'm really grateful to them. I felt like just because of that gratefulness and gratitude, I should remember it and keep it in my heart because I'm really happy because of it. Imagine that if I weren't a grateful person, I would be miserable. But that's just my perspective on things, and I really wanted to share that with you guys. Just a little bit of story time, a little bit of me yapping while walking. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And one last thing that I like to share is that I do have an Instagram account right now that I just created recently. Show my travels, dance. I'm thinking of doing some dance tutorial stuff on the channel as well. Follow Will Skill No Frill. You know, we can also connect over there as well. That's pretty much it for this video. Just me yapping and sharing my story. Hopefully some of you guys enjoyed it. Taking a walk with me through Montpellier. I'll see you guys next time.